When I stepped into my first role as a manager, I thought it was expected of me to become something else. That I would now somehow take off my private human being suit and put on a manager suit. I almost saw pictures from the 80s TV show V, where the aliens zipped on and off their human being suits. Well, maybe not that dramatic, but still. It was absolutely obvious to me that I now needed to be something else, that I needed to put something on, keep something inside, and stop myself from showing something. I loved being a manager. Most of the time, I loved it a lot. At times, though, I was afraid that I would let something out that I was supposed to keep on the inside, that I would show something I wasn't supposed to show. Not very afraid, and not all the time, but still, enough to leak energy, enough not to be fully present with my employees, with people and the tasks at hand. You cannot be friends with your subordinates. You shall not care too much about your employees. You need to be hard. Being a manager is a lonely business. You cannot love your job because your job won't love you back. I do not argue with each and every one of these, but altogether they created a pattern, a suit, a story about management that somehow excluded me as a human being. I was told what I already knew, that as a manager, my most important tool was myself. Now, where did that come from? Was it there all along? I don't know, but I saw the crash. I felt the crash in my body. I saw the crash in the eyes of my employees. The crash between, on one hand, stay in the manager suit, and the other, be a present human being. It seemed to me as if we, as managers, were trying to do two things at the same time. We tried to be competent managers who had our acts together and fully present human beings at the same time. Or more precise, we tried to be the competent, knowing managers, and we talked about being authentic and present without really trying to be it. As if authenticity was to put on top of everything else, to be added to the manager's suit, rather than to open up the suit and let ourselves be shown as human beings. However, and whenever I came to learn that I was my own most important tool, I saw this crash between these two instructions, these two truths. And it became obvious to me that I needed to undress, disarm, get fully human again. Of course, I was human all along, but to stop trying to be something else for reasons I had forgotten or maybe never even knew. To let myself be fully seen at the risk of being judged. To be a full-hearted boss at the risk of being wrong. To be more real than right. I had been trying to cover up how much I cared for my employees. I had been trying to hide myself and not showing how afraid I was at times. If we have managers seeking to hide their caring, how can we not get unhealthy work environments? If we have managers trying to leave their hearts out of business, how can we create sustainable results? We can turn to science. There are tons and tons of research and reports letting us know about the connection between fully present management, healthy work environments, and results. And we can turn to poetry. In The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, it said that work is love made visible, that to work is to walk in life's procession, and that we do work to keep pace with the soul of the earth. Now that is what I would call sustainability. And we can turn to ourselves. That knowledge we carry deep down, it's not really about the paycheck in the end, is it? Of course, we need to be provided for one way or another, but there's so much more than that to it. Maybe we really dream about making love visible. We know this. We know about the connection between lack of joy, lack of meaningfulness, lack of context, and us getting sick from our jobs. We know. The evidence are so strong, so one could claim that the words of Khalil Gibran are scientifically proven. Work is love made visible. To work is to walk in life's procession. We work so that we will keep pace with the soul of the earth. My fairy tale of management includes a dream. It might seem small. It might not even be measurable. But then again, it's a dream, and dreams don't care that much about measurements. My dream is to create healthier work environments, healthier and happier. Now, it doesn't even have to be much. Let's say 2% happier. Imagine the ripple effect of those 2% when we come together and interact with each other at work and in our lives. Suddenly, that small dream isn't so small anymore. I have been seeking to zip off my manager suit for a long time now, to zip it off, and yet with my ability to lead, my ability to connect to others, and my ability to create result, not only kept intact but increased. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this is what I have learned. Create your own fairy tale of management. Be unrealistic at times. And above all, choose people. What if we really can create a happier and healthier and more thriving work environment by zipping something off and let love become visible?